Desk of Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. This is news around the world.
And in the headlines, President Tinubu inaugurates a new board for Rivers Basin authorities to tackle food insecurity. Federal government orders emergency repairs on Lagos-Ibadan expressway bridges. Court sentences BRT drivers to death by hanging for killing fashion designer Bamishe. On the foreign scene, India probes a snake in school. Launch after 100 children fall sick. In the world of business, Meta threatens to cut off Facebook in Nigeria over huge fines. In the world of entertainment, Nigerian actress Funke Akindele said she did not regret going into Diamond 887 FM. We'll bring you details of the news after this break. We'll be right back.
See, wait, he's from our tribe and we have the same religion, so we have to protect our own. Our tribe isn't corrupt. I beg you, leave him now, our Peking.
Wait, stop and think. Do you realize that the impact of corruption and careless decisions by that clansman or family member of yours doesn't know tribalism or nepotism? Let's hold everyone accountable for a better society and country. If you see something, say something to the right authorities.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
Welcome back. Now the news and details. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has inaugurated the governing board and executive management team of Nigeria 12 Rivers Basin Development Authorities (RBDAs) as part of the efforts to combat food insecurity and drive rural development. The inauguration ceremony held in Abuja was presided over by the Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation Engineer, Professor Joseph Talum, who described the appointment as a significant step in advancing the government's strategy to promote irrigated agriculture and improve water resources management. As the Joseph noted that the move aligned with the renewed hope agenda aimed at ensuring food sustainability and inclusive development across the country. The minister challenged the appointees to immediately begin implementation of the initiatives such as the Shanghai's integrated farming model, youth empowerment programs, and large-scale irrigation expansions to drive all-seasons farming and rural economic transformation. The federal government has raised concerns over the state of infrastructure along the Lagos-Ibadan expressway and ordered urgent repair on several bridges. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, who disclosed this runway. The minister emphasized the importance of proactive maintenance, warning that continued neglect could lead to catastrophic infrastructure failure and skyrocketing reconstruction scores. Moving on, the federal government has called on the newly decorated Controller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Sylvester Nkwache, to lead a transformative of the service, shifting its focus from punishment to rehabilitations and reforms. The Minister of Interior, Dr. Lubumi Ojo, made this appeal today during the decoration ceremony held in Abuja. Addressing the newly decorated CG, the minister stressed the importance of the leadership, accountability, and a clear vision for the future of the correctional system. It charged the Nwakojuku to lead a solid foundations for the service within the next 19 months, stressing the need to raise operational standard and build a lasting legacy. Highlighting the human aspect of corrections, the minister describes an inmate as a waiting asset to the nation, urging the CG to treat them with dignity. A public affairs analyst and social commentator, Mr. Demola Akiyemi, has stated that every 1st May of every year, it is a special day for all Nigerian workers, stating that the special day moving on his response to the investigations of the Independent Corruption Practice Commission's ICPC, the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, (NEL) over the disbursement of 100 billion naira, which are meant for the students' loan scheme. He stated the Nigerians are not following the lead rules and regulations and the lead to the high rate of corruption within the country. A sincere apology for that sound bite due to the technical issues. But moving on, a retired teacher, Mrs. Sariyu Laoye, has reacted to the impact of social media among the women and girls in the society, stating that social media has served as a medium of get quick rich scheme among girls and could prompt young boys to engage in cyber scam. Speaking with today's editions on Diamond FM popular Yoruba program Ebawa Dasi, monitored by Dorcas Babatunde. The most people do not take advantage of the positive impact the social media has to offer. Mrs. Sariu, however, urged parents and guardians in the society to guide their children on the right path, especially with the use of social media. Reacting to the impact of the influencers on social media, she urged influencers to take a good role model to younger generations on social media and promote moral that will have a positive impact on the youth. Mrs. Sariu also explains that the social media is not to be blamed for the negative impact it has on the users, but rather blame the user who used the platform negatively. Lagos State High Court sitting at the Tafawa Balewa Square has sentenced a driver, Andrew Nice Omokekoro, to death by hanging. Omonikoro, a driver of the Lagos Bus Rapid Transport destination, security operatives later found a naked body by the roadside. The driver of the BRT she boarded was eventually arrested and charged to court for murder. The driver, Ominikoro, pleaded not guilty, but he has now been convicted. and sentenced to death. The news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 887 FM in Lorry. We're going to break now. When we return, we bring you foreign sports news. Please stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 887 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
The news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 887 FM in Lorry. We go as you're welcome back. We're going into the foreign news now, then we'll move to sports. India Human Rights Body has said it was investigating reports more than 100 children feel sick after eating a school lunch served after a dead snake was found in the food. The meal was served last week in a government-run school in the city of Mokama in Bihar, one of the Indian poorest states. The commissions demanded local government officials and police investigate media reports that more than 100 children fell ill after eating the school lunch. Free lunches are offered to millions of children in government schools throughout India, seen by authorities as a way to encourage children to continue their education. The commission said it demanded a detailed report from senior state officials and the police to include the health status of the children. And still on the foreign scene, Chile has issued a tsunami warning and said people should evacuate a coastal area in the south of the country after a large earthquake. The country disasters agency issues a warning for an school in Nigeria may lose access to Facebook and Instagram after parents company Meta said it faced large fines and unrealistic regulatory demand from the Nigeria authorities. Last year, 3 Nigerian oversight agencies imposed fines on the US-based social media giant totaling more than $290 million for violating various laws and regulation. Meta was unsuccessful to the recent attempts to challenge the decision in the Federal High Court in Abuja. Meta also owns WhatsApp, but it did not mention the messaging service in the statement. The High Court has given the company until the end of June to pay the fines. And now moving on to the world of entertainment news.
Diamond FM, entertainment news.
Actress and filmmaker Funke Akindele has shared her transformative experience in politics. Speaking on the program, Funke Akindele said her decision to run as a Lagos deputy governorship candidate in the 2022 election was driven by a desire to give back to the society and support. And now moving on to the sports and news.
Diamond FM, sports news.
Nigeria Tigers captain Ami Okonkwo has taken another step in a professional career, signing with a new club in the United States. Okonkwo, who previously played for Burgers in France, impressed with her performance last season, averaging 13.8 points, 5 rebounds, and 1.4 assists per game, while shooting 48% from the field. She has now joined the Consequence Search and was recently seen in the camp ahead of the preseason match against the Seattle Storms scheduled for Sunday. There is a strong possibility Shukut features in the game. Amin is also expected to play a key role for Nigeria's the Tigers as they prepare for the 2025 Afrobasket Championship. Still on the water spot, Morocco got their CAF Under-20 African Cup of Nations Egypt 2025 campaign off to a 1 instead. Winning start with a dramatic 3-2 victory over the Kenya in Group B on Thursday night at the 30th June Stadium in Cairo. With the victory, the Flying Eagles of Nigeria, who piped Tunisia 1-0 earlier in Group B opener, dropped the second positions following better goals advantage with 3 goals recorded. The North African had to come from behind twice before securing the win in a pulsating contest that swung from the hand to hand showcase of the new raw intensive youth football on the continent. Kenya making the first appearance as the under-20 African since 1979 began the match brightly and were rewarded in the 16th minute with Lorenzo rose highest to head home Calvin and Joe pinpoint and free kicks, sending the Kenyan bench into wild celebration. With that, we have come to the end of the news across the world. But before we go, here is a recap of the major highlights. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu inaugurates new board for Rivers Basin authorities to tackle food insecurity. Federal government orders emergency repairs on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway bridges. Court sentences BRT drivers to death by hanging for killing fashion designer Bamishe. And moving on to the foreign scene, India probed a snake in school last day in 2004. A religious crisis in Yewa town in Kebbi State killed more than 100 people. Now you know. For coverage or information about happenings around you, kindly contact the IMF-FM newsroom on 0916 062 7526. The news across the world was edited by Abiodun Akinwumi, and I am Precious